when it comes down to it, the inflation reports are what they use to determine the raise to your monthly benefit, right? You recognize this. And again, you've probably heard me say it 1,000 times before in other videos. You probably don't want to hear me talk about it again here, and honestly, I don't want to talk about it. However, based on the most recent data, the projections, the anticipation, the estimates, the preliminary data is suggesting upwards of a 3.7% raise to monthly benefits. Now remember, yes, SSI is also included. You are absolutely 100% included to receive that as a raise to your monthly benefit. However, I also want to preface very quickly, this is not the official announcement. We'll be getting that in a few months from now, in the middle of October. So I want to make that very clear. This 3.7% figure that I'm saying right now is not the official announcement, but rather this is the estimate, the forecast, the projection that is out there as of right now with the most recent data that we have at hand, okay? So I want to make that very clear so that there's no confusion around this. However, based on this data, I've run the numbers for you, and let me break down exactly what this would look like in real dollars in your monthly benefit if we were to get a 3.7% raise. All right, let's first talk about individuals. Obviously, an individual on SSI can get up to a maximum of $994. Okay, that's the maximum. Obviously, you could get less than that, but as an individual, that's all you can get, $994 or less. Anyway, I've run these calculations based on the maximum benefit amount. Okay, a $900, sorry, let me say that again, a $994 monthly benefit, taking into consideration a potential 3.7% raise, would yield a $36 increase to the monthly benefit, bringing SSI benefits up to a nice round $1,030 per month. Finally, breaching $1,000 a month, which would be honestly really, really nice. You know, anyway, that's just what it would be, okay? If we were to get a 3.7%. So we'll have to see what it's actually going to be, what it turns out to be in a few months when we get the official report. But that's what we're looking at as of right now. So $36, don't get me wrong, it's not great. It's not super bad either. We still need more, but at the end of the day, it's better than zero, okay? So it's kind of like, take your pick. Take your pick. Be super frustrated by it, be annoyed by it, be grateful for it, or just basically be like, well, you know, it's better than zero, because remember, zero is also an option. So don't give them ideas. Shh. Don't say anything. Otherwise, they're going to be like, hey, they're talking about zero. Let's just make it zero. Let's not give them any ideas. Otherwise, they'll pull a fast one on us, right? We don't want that to happen. All right, anyway. Now let's talk about a married couple. Because remember, married couples also get the raise if they're on SSI. The maximum benefit for a married couple is $1,491. That's the maximum you can get on SSI as a married couple. Well, if that's the case, this would also garner a raise. Now, if this is also applying a potential 3.7% raise, then we'd be looking at a $55 per month increase for a married couple getting the maximum of $1,491. If that is what somebody's getting, the maximum, and getting the 3.7%, again, we would have to add $55 to that, which would take the new maximum benefit for a married couple on SSI up to $1,546 per month is what that would be for a married couple. So don't get me wrong. Again, it's not huge. It's not tiny, but it is a little something, right? Which, by the way, as an individual, I did not run this calculation, but I can get you kind of close with some mental math here really quickly. $36 for an individual on a monthly basis, multiplied out by the entire year of, obviously, 12 months would get you about, let me run the math super fast if I can do that, $442. Yeah, I think my math is right on that. Feel free to calculate that if you'd like to. Just 36 multiplied by 12. If my mental math is correct, I would say 442. That's my final answer, okay? Anyway, so for the entire year, 442 for the entire year. So, I mean, you know, $442. I would take it. Not sure about you. I would take anything more, right? I think we'd all agree with that. Now, as a married couple getting $55 as a maximum more over the course of the entire year, $55 more would be, what is that, $660, if my math is right on that as well. $660 more for the entire year for a married couple. Again, it's not huge, but $660. Who would deny that? okay? So anyway, this is where we're at as of right now. And again, the numbers that we got this week are not even the official numbers. They actually technically don't even count, but rather it gives us a little bit of a glimpse into what we can anticipate over the coming days, weeks, and months here. We'll have to see, okay? And again, I've made that very clear this week as I've talked through the details of these reports in these dedicated videos, but I wanted to bring you this dedicated SSI video because I know a lot of you out there are wondering, what does this mean for our monthly benefit? Will we be included?